Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. It's weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. We always like to do weather in five on Sunday nights because we do our coffee with Joe and Joe on Sunday mornings on my YouTube channel. So this will give you a good head start into what to expect weather-wise for tonight and for the coming work week. Everything across the U.S. is moving rather quickly, and we've got a rather active weather week ahead. There's a cold front coming. That front's going to stall out, and two waves of low pressure are going to be moving along it. And you can already see the moisture in the southwestern part of the United States, as well as up in the Pacific Northwest, starting to load up. In the meantime, we've got clouds rolling in from the Great Lakes, and it won't be too long before we'll probably get into some precipitation during the overnight period. Radars are starting to get busy here across western Pennsylvania. There's a leading edge of some snow that is moving in. And usually, what's happening at Pittsburgh shortly before 7 o'clock takes about 6 to 8 hours to make it into eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England. So, figure from midnight to say 3 a.m., 4 a.m., we're going to have this shot of moisture that is moving eastward, and it's going to be rain near the coast and maybe a burst of snow in inland areas, with a bit more in the way of snow as you go up to the north. But you notice that this is not a whole lot of precip that's moving along, so the amount of snow that's going to be produced by this is rather limited. Few winter weather advisories are up for the Catskills northward, up into upstate New York, mainly west of the Hudson. Otherwise, we really don't have too much happening here from that standpoint. Still some leftover advisories and winter storm warnings back across the northern Great Lakes and even down into northern Indiana, northwestern Ohio. Flood watches are going up from northeast Texas into northern Georgia and the western Carolinas, southern Tennessee. Winter storm watches up in New Mexico and West Texas, and that's all part of the process of these weather systems just kind of moving right along. So this is what we're thinking here snow-wise for overnight into Monday morning. North of Route 80 in Pennsylvania, north and east. Generally, it's a 1 to 3 inch snowfall for most places as you go northeastward into upstate New York and in New England. The amounts pick up a little bit more, 2 to 3, maybe some 4 inch amounts in northern New Hampshire and on up into Maine. And of course, you can see what's left of the snow that is falling over the Great Lakes. So this is on top of what's already fallen on the order of, well, it looks like 3 to 6 inches in the northern part and 1 to 3 as you go further south. And where we have those winter storm warnings down in parts of New Mexico, actually a good chunk of the state of New Mexico, a lot of snow being forecast there, some amounts as high as 6 to 12 in the mountains. And in northern Texas, northern and northwest Texas, we're looking at some 2 to 4, 3 to 5 inch snow amounts there. So let's play out what's happening during the overnight. We get that burst of snow. Here's what it looks like on the NAM model late this afternoon. We are right now at, let me just roll it back. I have a couple of waves ahead here. I've already had it set up too soon. So this is the lead wave that is moving along. And this is what it's supposed to look like at 7 o'clock. So that matches up fairly well with the radar. You'll notice that the snow kind of goes north and west of Philadelphia and New York City, grazes northeastern Pennsylvania and the Hudson Valley into Connecticut and Massachusetts, rain for southeastern New England. And then by tomorrow morning, looks like a few showers will be rolling through from south central, southeastern Pennsylvania into New Jersey and New York City and points north and east. That is the first front that literally stalls out right like that. And there's a second wave that's going to be moving along it. And that will bring in maybe another surge of precip, but that's going to be mostly rain. There's not a whole lot of cold air behind it. That rain goes on into Tuesday afternoon. Now, when that moves out, the weather front with this pushes pretty far to the south. And now we've got the third and strongest wave of the bunch that is going to be heading toward the northeast as we move into the middle part of the week. So when we get to later Wednesday and into Wednesday night, There'll probably be a burst of snow ahead of this that changes over to rain. That doesn't really look like the most impressive system in the world here. But what will happen after it goes by is we are going to get cold. We are actually going to get quite cold around here for late in the week and going into the weekend. The GFS has a much more robust look at things for this system for later Wednesday night, and Thursday. Might even show a burst of snow at the start in northern New Jersey, New York City, and Long Island, but it looks like for most everybody else, it's going to be a rain affair. Then the low goes by, and this cold high builds in, and we're probably going to see temperatures down in the teens in many locations Friday morning, and maybe teens and single digits come next Saturday as that high moves overhead. We haven't had a solid shot of cold air in quite a while here, so this is going to be a bit shocking. So let me just to take you through really quick on what to expect. Again, for tonight, this burst comes through, a little bit of rain on the southern end there, northeast Virginia to southern New England tomorrow morning, snow upstate New York and mostly in northern New England. Second wave brings some rain showers to the coast and maybe a little bit further inland later Monday night into Tuesday afternoon. That moves out. Then we get a break, turns a little colder into Wednesday, and sets us up for the third and final wave in this series with snow for upstate New York and into New England, snow changing to rain down near the coast after just a quick shot at the beginning, mostly rain from New York City and Philadelphia south and west. That moves out of here by Thursday afternoon, and then it turns very cold for Friday into Saturday. So we'll keep you, of course, abreast of all the developments as we do every day. You can do that with the free meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app, which you can download on Google Play or on the App Store. So if you haven't done that already, by all means do so. And if you haven't taken a look at it today, you can watch it on the app, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi. Take a look at the Joe and Joe show this morning. We talked about a lot of things, short, medium, and long range, how there isn't a whole lot of hope for snow lovers down the road. And also, the pattern is so out of whack that the winds across the Atlantic were so strong that a British Airways flight last night from New York to Heathrow in London did it in record time, under 5 hours, just about, I think, 4 hours and 40 minutes was the flight time, which was a record. And that's because they had a 200 plus mile an hour wind at their tail, just so they can just pretty much glide their way across the Atlantic. Unusually strong jet stream pattern in the Atlantic. And that, of course, is impacting our weather, making it what it has been, which is, at least from the standpoint of snow and even from the standpoint of temperatures, very much non winter. So have a great night and a great Monday. We'll see you in the morning.